I will promise that I will do my best. Am I live now? Okay, good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to learn something very sensitive. But before we begin the training today, because those see me for the very first time, my name is James Sebugala. So before we come to this, I just want to remind us to take you back into the time, okay? You know, the world is changing and very many things are happening very, very fast. And last time I told you, and I also agreed with Mr. Ismail at that time, that every generation, there is always going to be the stars of that generation. Not so. But then, you cannot be a star of a generation if you don't really adopt to the what? To the ongoing trend of that generation. If we take you back in the days, those days, long ago, we used to, we learned about what we call the Stone Age era. Remember the Stone Age era? It meant that everyone who adopted the era of Stone Age, because imagine, the hunters then used to hunt using sticks before. Then, as time went on in the Stone Age era, they shifted from using sticks to using what? Stones. All the weapons were made out of what? Stones. They got the hardest stones and then shaped them to make knives and to also make hunting tools. So the people that turned out to be the best sculptors of the time to make tools out of stone became, of course, ruled that what? That generation. Not so. And it is from the Stone Age era that led to the discovery of what? Of fire through friction and so. Maybe you can be together. Show me vibe that you are hearing what I am saying. So the Stone Age era led to the what? Discovery of what? Fire. And in this era, that means people began to eat some cooked food, and because of the discovery of fire, it was easier to transit from the Stone Age era to the what? To the Iron era, the era of iron. And very many economies that adopted the use of iron ruled the economies, and it was so predominantly realized in what? In states like France. No wonder you saw those kind of states. France and what of you raised up to what? Of course, it was earlier on adopted by the Roman Empire, by the Romans who used the Iron era to build big what? Big empires. Bakola masumu agakabi, bakola ebyokuranisa ebyakabi from iron. Biso mafumu, it was the trend, not so. All those economies that adopted to the Iron era made so much money and of course ruled, they rose to power. They ruled what? The empires of that time. Not so. And of course, as we transition into the Iron era, this Iron era gave birth to what you call the Industrial what? Industrial Revolution. Industrial Revolution. So people from making just spears and what of you, they began to use that iron to make machinery, to ease work. Yeah, that is when you saw now states like the US, which had not earlier on been involved with, which had not earlier on been superpowers. You understand? Right now, they rose up because of that kind of era of the Industrial Revolution. They could really manufacture almost anything, and that is where the thinking that good things come from the US began from, because they maximized the iron era, transited into the Industrial Revolution, and now they could really manufacture very many things, including what? Including weapons and what of you. You understand? Very, very important. So, abaloma n'abasigadde basigaje mabega because bagana okukkiriza nti ensi egenda ekola ki? Ensi ekula. And you see how the Americans got again so bright to solidify themselves in power, and also as powers. They invested so much, of course, together with Russia, invested so much in information. And that, of course, in that time we had what you call the what? The what? The information era. Era of information. Film ezisinga bazanyiranga bazizanya basingi film esinga twalabanga is a detective. All those detective movies, all of them were acted based on that era of information. Simanya ono Russia, simanya aina information ezaba tuju, simanya afuse defector. Who knows those things? Isaac, you know those things. Kati muno government yekoze chie munonya emwadde obukumi, because they were guarding people who had information. Just knowing that this guy is a spy, he has information, he has been a spy in another government. Convoys could line up because to guard his information. You understand? So people began trading in information. And the economies that had the idea or the art of keeping and collecting data and keeping the data very well, intelligence, of course, ruled the economy. That is when you saw the rise of Russia competing with the US and what of you. Oshegede. Kataime tukanga information yono simu wangu wa kufuna. Atenga edukila ku speed yachi ya njawulo. And that is when we see the digital era coming coming in. Digital. Computer, what of you? What is this man of Microsoft? Who is that man of Microsoft? Bill Gates and what of you? That era. But so from the digital era till now, very many things have happened, still in the digital space, but now transforming every single day. From computers, which were like this room. How many of us did computer somewhere in their school, study? What's my computer? Remember, Baba Gamba computer yakola chi ya soka bajitanga bata? Ani yaka? Chi. Mwabira bida Nenga batu gamba, remember our computer used to last that one computer could be like this whole room, a computer ya. Processors were slow, so it was giving us those advantages and comparisons. So before we need to begin to integrate, to grow and develop from this era, mundamo digital revolution, nenga tugenda tukola chi? Tugenda tuyongera from big computers to big desktops to now small portable computers to now mobile smartphones which act like computers. Right now you don't even have to type something or the typewriter or something. You can type anything on your phone, ready for printing out. Not so. All the software is there. Software has been developing over time. And even the economics has changed. From people going to marketplaces now to adopting also the digital The digital era. So people that are easily jumping onto this kind of revolution and digitalization are the ones that are making so much money in this era and really, really ruling the economy. So in this kind of development, I want you to accept that one day something must change. I'm saying every day something must change. It is upon you being part of this era, and you're really, really that kind of stagnant. It is really on you. It is really on you. If you're now in this era, 20 years and above, you don't have a smartphone. It is really on you. Because right now, a smartphone is as important as what? As breathing? Is as important as schooling of those days. Omwana tasoma ngero omwana banne babera ku ssomero abana abazadde abataweeranga baana esawa ezatu wange zogenda ku ssomero abaana babagamba nga temufulume ewaka because bajabuuza abaana bali ku ssomero mwana wagundi ng'akyali waka. It was that important. Not so. Same thing. That means right now owning a smartphone is as that important as school was then. You understand? Chechimu, that means toina expression jowa muntu yenna mbugwe esimba agibye okuteka tochi ennaku nnya. Oba ine kizibu. Nti toina simu simanya bichi oyina chi ya mapesa for 1 week you don't have a smartphone. That means already you are choosing to remain behind. Oshagede. Whatever the circumstance, one way into you know kumala no gamba nti this must be a tick for me all the time. You understand? It's an inevitable. You get the point? Because right now, the era we are in right now, it is easier to break through and make so much money with no capital, as long as you have a smartphone. Easier to build a very big empire with even no amounts of capital. Recently, I was having a meeting with one of my friends downtown. He's a very rich man. Saja mgaga nyo, aina bizimbe mkampala mgaga. And I was asking him to be the chairman of my meeting. That is my wedding launch that is coming up very soon on the 12th. By the way, I've invited all of you. I'm going to marry, and I'm serious this time round. So, and this gentleman told me, mwabavuka guno mulembe gwammwe mwanguko fe twakolera eminembe giri ng'okwata sente okugattako ekikumi ziwere emitwalo emeka ebiri kyali kizibu Go so 2 hours because I was busy. I was sitting with him having a meeting and people were calling me. Nangamba minimu chiyo kole jukubisa nanga nyinaba customer bela bankubira. Nangamba fe twabela minembe jaffe. Nga customer inokuba I know either no tamba no musinkana oba inokusanga inokuba ne wakola chi ne wakusanga. Right now people are selling to people they've never what? They've never seen, you understand? It's an error. And he said omuvubuka yenna asigala mu natagagawala nafuna kusente oyo ate singa ali mulembe gwa fayana badafa nnyo bwavu because it is easy right now to dominate and make a lot of money from such a kind of an error. And he was telling me about how he began from marketplaces and how he opened up his first shop. And I was telling him that muzei ebyamu byali byanjawulo nze nzuka kumacha kasamba mu neki ne sente ziteeka amafuta muki mu motoka kasambera ku kigobero wali oshegedde mba n'essuubi nangamba kyoteze mga kasamba ngadayo video yange kasamba nga nyine kiraninga edduuka liba liggule bw'oggulira edduuka bw'oti olinde customer akole ki ajje kasamba ngadayo video zange oshegedde nga nataddeyo post yange. That means waliwo agiraba my shop is open. I'm expecting money anytime soon. And it happens because now church to say wake up in the morning and then you the day is really, really bad. And at around 4:30 where everyone is losing hope, a customer comes in and they give you 400,000. Has it happened to you? So it was a bad day for me in terms of sales. But as the day went on around 5, you know, someone at 5:30, a lady came, last time naje nagula kwa product kam, nise gwaguza kedagala wampa kombo ya mtala tano na kwake mtalo mwenda. Mfunye balance mulese, you can imagine. And I profited over 200,000 from Howard, a purchase alone. So basically, as long as my phone is on, as long as my socials are working very well, my shop is what? My shop is open. And that is the bit about this era. Nti omuntu abata ina we yasubula. Okola kadeke sente muchikubao. Chances are high. Ngokawudenga magoba. Chances are high nti inokuwa nkosa milioni nga 10. Kakadeke as magoba. Because mubamu dead stock mu masa gota tunda. Aba bise masa. Bituli bya masa. Oba ne milioni 5 zewewola zo subuza. Okola emitwala ameka atano kakadde. Omwana akola ngateza na capital. In fact omwana okola sente abamu ne muzawulako. Nda nozideke waka notambula mu nekyemeka. Because of money, you understand? And that is what is happening right now. So anyone, every class, and I want to repeat it, my brothers and sisters, every time you find a class, every time you find a what? Every time you find a class anywhere, what? Talking about things to do with what? Social media, digital transformation, digitalization, selling on TikTok, selling on online social BT. That is your era. Attend that class and pay attention. Oshaged. Kaseze inokola muzuzige nokola musaya step nzimanyi. Mbala mnengamba ka team ekola CV West nange nekola West njakola milioni 11 nzimanyi. Zina zivawa gwe mulembo guliko nekola milioni 11. Nozikola omwezi gobo ina mulimo ina kubanga wasoma kyenkana ki PhD oshegedde. I have a sister, she's a doctor in Nimbali. She's even applying to do a master's in surgery or whatever. I earn more than her. Oshegedde siba na capital company yangama ofuna customer jango ofune agulosa sule. You can imagine babi nsubulira. Today, we are now going to learn about, in the next 5 or 10 minutes, how to turn your social media into your recruiting what? How to turn your social media into your recruiting what? Hub. Those who are new to this place, 1 month and below, you are new. I want you to let you know that when you can become a very good salesperson who makes very many sales and make a lot of profit. You can become that one. But again, you can choose to build a network of salespeople. You can choose to have very many people who can do what you can do. Then also those people, if they can also have very many people who can do what they can do. It means now you're not just a salesperson, you are a networker. What qualifies you to be a networker? What qualifies you to be a networker is not how many products you sell, but it's about how many people you influence to do what you are doing. Understand? That is networking. However good James is, he may not sell more than 4,000 what? CVs a month. For you to sell 4,000 CVs, that's approximately how much? 20 million in sales. Then, but how can I sell 40,000? 40,000 is how much in sales? 200 million. That is my team target this month. By yesterday, they had done 21,000. I know by the end of this week, they'll have done, according to the potential, they'll have done 30,000. The days of next week, before the end of the close of the month, they will do another 10,000, I'm sure. Close to or less than. Net? Okutunda million ebidi. No, kubida purpose simu. Toso abitunda weka. Oshake toso abitunda wechi? Weka. Wobango di platinum. Wakuba nnyo watunda weka no fuka platinum. No tango kwa CVs 4,000. This is the average of what the top sales are making. Average, I mean, when you get who? Nambuya, add Nambuya is 4,000, add for me who? Steven is what? 6,000, add for me Ismail is 4,000, add for me who else is? Cyprian is 3,000, divide by what? Divide by 4. The average of what the top people are what? Selling is 4,000. Let me assume one Cyprian over there or one Ismail over there has sold 4,000 by himself. That means this guy who? Zaki Ismail will do 4,000 in sales step times 25 what? Percent. 4,000 times 25% is how much? 1,000, not so? Yeah. It's 1,000, not so? That means by the dollar rate of the company, that will give you about how much? That is the maximum that this one, Mr. Ismail Zaki, will make from his 4,000 CVs if he is at platinum level. But then, how does Zaki's income shift from what? 3.6 million to how much? To the 9.6 million he made last month of January. How does it shift? From recruiting. People on your team that can do how much you can do, can do better than you, that can outperform you or outmatch you, is where the real business is. So business you earn some commissions and go home, but building real business is really going to be very hard for you. Your social media is your online office, like I've already said that. When you're saying every post on your timeline and status is part of your business shop, I told you that. When you join network marketing, when you join sales, there's some things you change. You create a brand. You understand? Some weekends I go out and I drink with my friends. Not oftenly, but sometimes. But however good or however sweet the bottle is, I can't post that on my social. Eh? This is a bit that is not the brand I represent. Sobola. Oshagede. Sobola bite kayo. I cannot. Because I know everything I post is either adding to my brand or subtracting. Not so. Very important. People judge you based on what you post. One time I had begun my TikTok. And then this gentleman, and then there was this, I had around 5 videos on my TikTok page of my product sales. And then there was this trending sound of, Saba Avuga, Eyayobula, Amazinga dem Dawano. Remember that trend? I was seated down there in the office and Farida got the camera. No, it was Azida. And she recorded me a video. There was nothing in the video. I was not saying anything. Yaya nkwata mkwasa ntemuli shigambo. Nengamba kanuka nyumyo de sina chenjogedde. Nenkwata sound. Nenjitekola chi? Nenjitekamu. Saba avuga. Yobula. Then akanekata. So when Mr. Ismail was going through my page, you see, advantage of having smart downlines, sponsor sharp, constructive people, okay? The guy came to my and told me, "Applying jangu nabinjaga kugamba." Ngamba chi. Nangamba kachiolaba. Abaguzi babeddagala oba confusinga. Kati obanga oyagala kwebulanga nga musawo nga ozoyina ebintu ate osobola kuddawo notanga kukola ki? You get the point. Oba sound ojagala nnyo giteeke mu ki? Giteeke mu background naye ebeera nekyolaga wano ekitakontana nakyokola ki? English. Sorry. So Mr. Ismail told me that I should not do it. I should not really mix out of that kind of off-topic content into my what? Into my page. I'm confusing my viewers. You understand? They are judging me for what I am posting. I can't be that kind of comic and then I am really dealing with someone's life. You understand? So your social media, whatever you post becomes your brand. If your social media looks confused, you're posting anything, you lose the prospects. You know, you have friends you drink up with, you are posting. You are supporting NRM, not who? Not Noop, you are posting your politics there. You get the point. You are getting sided. If you find those staunch Noop supporters, if they post something and it is NRM, they will not buy from you. Find a staunch NRM supporter, even if they will not buy from you. People have a way of understanding things. So basically, it is up to your responsibility to really match their understanding, because it is you who needs their money. You get the point? They will not suffer to understand you. It is you to suffer to make them understand you, because it is you who needs their money. Are we together? What you post. If your social media looks quiet, you don't post anything, you lose the prospect, because when you post and talk to somebody, they want to see your previous engagement. You understand? That is why in most cases, you will post one video on TikTok, for example, today, and then it goes viral. But no one buys from you even with 100,000 views. Why? Because everyone that sees goes back to your reputation. Can I give you my money? Can I give you my diabetes to treat it? Can I give you my pressure to treat it? Do you have experience? You understand? So what you post either brings you prospects or makes prospects run away from you. Very important. Are we together? So your social media if you look very desperate on social media, you lose prospects. If your social media looks what? Alive, consistent, and inspiring, you attract serious what? Prospects. One time I had a downline who posted on their Facebook page, catching up with my long-time friends. They were investors, eating Rolex in a house somewhere which had no ceiling. They said on the floor, which has these plastic carpets, catching with my long-time friends. You want me to come and join a business, and those are your long-time friends? That kind of type of your long-time friends meeting in that kind of space? No. There are better places where you can catch up with your long-time friends, which can really appeal to your social media. Let me tell you something about social media. Everyone on social media is a liar. I hope these ones on online are getting me right. Everyone on social media is a liar. What do I mean by that? Everyone on the social media has a dark story which they don't want you to see. Yes. So you pretend like you want to put all your life out there, you will miss the beauty about the social media thing. Check it. I know very many people who post pictures, and every time the guy is posting a picture, he's posting about cars. And they are standing on, leaning against cars, about cars, and they're not driving. There's boys who explain cars. They work in the bonds. Have you seen those boys on the bond? Today I have brought for you a battle between a Prado TX and a Land Cruiser VX. Don't tag anyone else. Tag for me ministers. Tag for me members of parliament. Tag for me Chiruta. Tag for me those who have just won elections, because these cars are theirs. He explains the difference. He explains the engine capacity. He extends those things. But then you meet the same guy in the evening taking a border. He knows so much about cars, but he is not driving anyone. But tell you what, are they getting sales? Obviously, because they know how to position themselves on social media. You understand? But today you're talking about health. Then tomorrow you're dancing on a new challenge of a song on the same social media page. You get the point? You have the same name on social media, on TikTok, the same on Instagram, but on Instagram, you a slayer, and this side you are selling to us what? Health products. No. Be consistent and build a brand. Together? Very good. So, when you create a Facebook like a social like this one that is alive, consistent and inspiring, you attract serious prospects. So recruiting becomes easy when your online presence is strong. Check it. You can get like 2. How many? About two online, two social platforms, social media platforms that you choose to get active on. Yeah? Me, I am on Facebook and now TikTok. You understand? And be active on that. Make a commitment to post every single day. Post quality that is inspirational, that is motivational, that is alive. You understand? Are we together? You display a life that you want someone to be a part of. Yeah? Yes, because when people are on social media, They're either looking for entertainment or what? Or solutions. Very important. So, the DM strategy, how to convert the prospects how to convert the prospects in private. When someone comments on your page, when someone sends you a comment, when someone likes your video, what do you do first? You begin by what? Responding fast. Most of the recruitment does not happen where? In the comment section. It happens in the DM. It is not miraculous. You're looking for what you want to know about. It is because when someone comments, you leave them go by. You leave them just go by. When I'm on Facebook, even if I find that one lady liking my posts every single day, I go to their inbox. I tell them, thank you so much for what? For always liking my content. How are you doing? My name is James. Do you mind if we connected more? And we talk like that because I know I am a networker and I'm doing this for life. You will not find me one time in Chikubo opening up another retail shop. No, this is my shop. You understand? This is my shop. You DM. Some of you get the prospects and begin talking in the comment section. So you have the comment section has the whole of you responding 5 times to a person. When someone runs a comment, place one comment, and whatever comment you place, put a phone number. Let them come inbox or go to their inbox. You understand? Very, very important. Of course, speed shows that you are serious. Sometimes they be scrolling on your pages, some of you who are posting products. And then you find someone, even some of you who are posting for business. I came across someone, I will not mention the name. He was posting about people who want to make money per time as their students. And what is happening is, someone has a whole lot of what? Of comments. But the author of the what? Advert. The author of the message and text is not responding to those people. Have you one time seen your very active video? Someone comes from nowhere and she responds and she gives out her number. It happened to me. One lady came to my inbox and said, Nange, jajange ina obuzibu amagumba. Na ye, nafuna omusawo namuteza nawo na kajaja wange asambagala. I had taken long to without responding to those people. Tell you what happened? Now that became a post in my post. People are now responding to her, asking her for contact. In my post, you understand? Because I was lazy and slow. It has happened to some of you, where people are coming to respond and pick feedback from your posts and respond to the feedback because you're what? You are slow. Have you called a person one time? No, me tell about opportunity. Nagamba, I was there yesterday. Because someone who is faster than you called them already, but from your what? One Kenyan person was complaining and saying, but you people, stop coming to our what? Our posts and stealing our customers. And somewhere, me arrogantly, like you know me sometimes, I asked him, who told you that those customers are yours? They are for social media. The one who serves them first, best text them. Because now you are arguing with me, who you know. Now what about if it's a person from another company? Will you argue with them also? So it's about organizing yourself and getting your funnel clear that you can now tap all your what? Connect all your customers. This morning a lady called me. I saw a gentleman. So Mjebali call. I said, how are you? Then he said, I saw a lady on your post talking about back pain and back problems. And I saved this contact, I want to find out where are you located. But me, I know that my TikTok page has never featured a lady. It means there is a lady who ran an advert and did not really take care of those customers. Then as the guy was calling through again, he saw the same content, and then he chose to reach out to me. So he said, "Obongo mujukiza nti omukazi yayogera magumba. Nize musawo omusajja nze nkute simu." Yasi mugambye nti mukyala kibuga, hey. So in his mind he thinks maybe those ladies are running adverts for us. But what? People respond slowly. People take time to respond. It's supposed to be your duty. Very many years ago, when someone was spending time on the phone, we used to say, you are very unfocused. These days, it is the opposite. You get the point? It's opposite. In fact, every free time you get, you do what? You go and scroll. Because even TikTok has a kind of analogy that when someone is active, I think it gives them followers and viewership. I don't know, maybe. Yeah? That is why we keep tapping that column of the what? Of the For You page. Eh? Why? We are trying to show TikTok that we are involving and watching other people's content. So same thing. Speed in response. Speed shows seriousness. But also build rapport very fast. What is rapport? What is rapport? Build connection, build friendship. Get the point? Let someone now begin to let someone now trust you for who you are, not because of the what? Of the post you run. Many times, Madam Azida, she hears me in the office laughing with clients like we know each other already. Yeah? Because young person, Odi Musa Muganda, Oba, Namugamba Chogede into Omuga, Odi Musa Banabazungu, Oba, Namuga Chogede into Muganda, to Musa Muganda Nyabo. So before you need to attention to me, get to get the Omtimagungan to go to Funaya to Vanj, Namuga to Kulimbi. So, you know, that kind of connection. You build rapport. It happens even in recruiting. Yeah? Yes, whereas people are looking for business opportunities to really invest in, be sure people have been scammed very many times. People have attended such a kind of sessions very many times. People are tired of joining schemes that do not work, don't so. So basically, let someone join the business for you, not for the opportunity it is. When someone joins the business for you, it is simply that they will stay longer. Even when they get a challenge, they always refer to you and now talk to you and see how you can basically make things work. Not so. But when someone joins the business for the business, when they get a challenge or two, they will go and listen to those who they trust the most. Are you together? So very importantly, build rapport. Be human first before the business. Yeah? But again, as you're being human, before you pitch the business, remember to do what? To pitch immediately. Was in your rapport bang? What about Mina contacts with Facebook? You got those contacts on TikTok, and every time you're saying good morning, how are you? Good evening, good night. Has that happened to you before? You get a contact and you know how to proceed with the conversation. The whole time. You get boring. Understand? And you're going to see, you shall see some scripts on how to do this better. Yeah? Ask simple questions. Find out their motivation. Is it money? Is it health? Find out their motivation. Yeah? What do you do for a living? Beautiful. Doctors like you should be making a lot of money. But if an opportunity showed up where you can do part-time, which you can work on part-time without altering your current schedule as a what? As a doctor, could that interest you? Ask questions which encourage them to talk about themselves. Guys like you who went to King's College would do. Your opportunities are always very available. Let them talk. Get them talking. Those questions. Yeah? Because whatever they say and whatever they speak, that becomes the basis of how you will close them. Yeah? When you begin throwing closing lines before the prospect talks, it means basically you're going to get yourself off. Yeah? One time I met a lady on Facebook, a young girl. She was looking so beautiful, Bambi. Then I befriended her. I told her I have an opportunity where students like her can make so much money. Said, oh, really? Okay, but because she had built rapport, I booked an appointment with her. I met her at Java's. We had some breakfast. I always target at Java's. I always do my appointments at Java's in the morning. Yes, unless I am alone. But if I have a meeting with you, it will always be in the morning. Ask me why. The bid is friendly. Unless I am sure that engagement I have with you must bring money. But if I'm just gambling, in the morning, meeting in the morning, so I met her in the morning. I spent like a 60K. I came now. I went to the office, started the presentation. She followed me. Then I sat in the corner, squeezing the lady to close the deal. I opened the stories of people who are working and studying as they're doing the business. Then, I didn't tell you, I am a mother with 2 children. That means whatever I had said previously became garbage. It was all vague. Where did I fail? I failed at making her talk about herself so I can get the closing lines. Actually, I'm also a father. You understand? So always encourage the prospects to talk about themselves because they give you the closing what? The closing lines. Are we together? Beautiful. Then share the opportunity in a simple what? Language. Share the opportunity in a simple what? Language. What I do is simple. What do I do? I help people improve their what? Their health and earn extra income using natural supplements and a simple online what? System. Or I help people earn part-time income through a simple wellness business model. What do you do for a living? I help people earn part-time income or extra income at the comfort of their homes through a simple wellness business model. I help people improve their health and earn extra income through using natural supplements and a simple online system. Are you open-minded? I explain to you more. These lines. Why are you going to really use these lines? We want to use these lines because we want to recruit as many people as possible so you can now do what? Build a network, a business that really stands a test of what? A test of time. You get the point, eh? Very, very important. That's a simple example. So when you're doing online prospecting, the more messages you throw out like this one, it is what determines how big or how far you have gone with prospecting that day. Tetubala numbers ofunye, tetubala mutu go ofunye go adinze ku bantu bo. Tubala message bweziti zokozechi zowereza. That means by the time you send such a kind of a message, it means you have already built rapport and now you're just waiting for what? For yes, I'm open-minded. Explain to me more, Cholinda. You get the point? So you don't count yourself as an online prospector until you have sent out such a kind of a message that causes someone to say, yes, I'm open-minded. Oh no, do you understand? Very, very important. Pretty fair now? And you're saying, share it in the simple way possible. Very clear, very calm, and very competent. That's such a kind of script. Check it. Ngabu yomo afunye aka video ka TikTok na ateka yo. When jagala yomo agende afune a message like this one. Or maybe a version of it like the one I gave you already. Because I use it's the one I use. I help people earn part-time income at the comfort of their homes and offices through a simple wellness business model. Do you want to know more? Wambuza, yes, I tell you, sometimes I share my earnings and income statement, you know. And when they want to know more, I really grant them through. You get the point? Very important. So, like the way we're recording videos, can we also get very rampant and at sending out such a kind of prospecting text? When someone likes your video, when someone is liking your video always, have been following you for a while and I realize every post I put up, you're always liking. I want to know you more. My name is James Sebugala. What do you do for a living? She will tell you and she'll ask you, what about you? I take Bokolachi. You understand? As simple as that. Do it every single what? Every single day. Then step 5, these things you know. What do you do? Invite them to a presentation or Zoom. Never do the whole presentation in their DMs. Very, very big mistake. Unless otherwise. But don't do it in their DMs. Unless you have, there are those who know how to do it well. More so on WhatsApp, they share the videos, they explain what to view if verify. But most importantly, use the Zoom presentations, use our daily OPPs, use the WhatsApp audios, you understand, and those pictures. Send a picture, explain. We used to do those things. Right now, it is really fading out. I don't know why. You understand? WhatsApp is one tool that you can use to explain very well the business very well. You share a video clip, then add the word. Very, very important. But also, if you get a chance of doing the presentation to them physically, this is a take it or leave it. It is not compulsory. Online. Don't quote me. Don't misquote me. This is a hypothesis. Over time, very many people right now in the economy have been in presentations where circles have been drawn. Not so? Because most of the companies that come don't change the flow of the presentation. What do? They change the figures. And the balls remain. Not so? We have found out very many people really marching out of presentations because they have seen the balls. It looks like the same thing they saw. You understand? So depending on who the person is, Mr. Hakim, it is not true that every single time you have to draw balls. You can still also explain the marketing what? plan without drawing the balls. And so someone can understand. Because of OP and Obukuba, it'll take out big gamble. Not so, same thing. You can explain the marketing plan without drawing balls. One-on-one, I don't draw balls. I use examples of companies, examples of systems, and what have you. Check it there. Because abantu baina mukali kwanga chomusomesa when they go out to explain to a friend about chagendo kuba, even if they are positive, they will go and draw the same circles to a friend, and the friend will tell them, hey, because they have seen the balls. Yeah? So many people do it very well and they lose to the presentation. We have the Zooms. Canada, Congo. When you have those Zooms, please add people there. I see VP always announcing and battling people to add guests. People don't even want to care. You understand? You're losing your business because you made a sale. You're losing the business. You're losing the future business. The question is, who's supposed to have people business in Arua? Who's supposed to have business in Congo and Kenya? Who's supposed to have business in Namibia? It's supposed to be you. You're the networker who chooses to prospect every day, but also to take advantage of the Zoom presentations. Very important. Every Tuesday, every Tuesday, you must add people to the Zoom for presentation. That is how international business is built. You understand? That is how it is built. Very, very important. And also, as I come to the end, I'm going to end here. Mr. Hassan, I think I should end here because now the thing is not working. So hope we are learning, okay? Get these teaser videos, the short teaser videos. You know those teaser videos? There is a video that introduces the company profile. OQATA Wellness Solutions. You're a leading network marketing company. Those small short videos. The video that the upline recorded earlier on, the Mr. Hamson, Madam Hajara, about that gives someone a gist of what they expect before the presentation. Have that folder and collect those videos and use them to help you ease your recruitment. Are we together, my friends? Hello, are we together? Yes. It's ending there. So, of course, after inviting them, what do we do? After inviting, what do we do? Of course, we said we have talked about the inviting and presenting, you have done the presentation, and you also have agreed that however good your presentation is, because everyone you know, even however good the Zoom was, however good the testimonies were, however good you did the presentation, even when you met them at a 5-star hotel, for example, still, there are people who will not join on the first what? On the first day. Always endeavor to do what? To follow up. Always endeavor to do what? To follow up. And that's the last stage, I think. Step 6. Yeah? And we are saying this is the golden rule. The fortune in network marketing is in follow-up. And when we are following up, we follow up on the prospects that saw the business. We follow up on the people that we invited and they don't show up. We follow up on the people that said they will give us their numbers and they don't give us the numbers. Follow-up is round. Check it. Following up. Follow up. Abantu business. You failed on the first stage of building rapport. You met the person on Facebook, you dumped them into a presentation. And you know how the room looks noisy before the presentation. Not so? And now the guests sit there right, just like that. Some of them came with the wrong script. Maybe you say the right script and then they interpreted the wrong script. It's up to you. It is up to you to correct their what? Their perception or their thinking before the presentation. You build rapport with them. If it's before the presentation, you can take them around and see our organization. Take them around and this is going to be the what? So by the time someone sits in the presentation, you're already friendly to them. That even if they don't join today, they'll still trust you when you call them tomorrow. Because when they leave the presentation, they're going to go back home. And when they were leaving home, they told their parents that they were coming where? Here. They told their friends that were coming here. That means when they go home, what was there? How was the meeting? How was the interview? And they're going to begin talking whatever was here. It is going to be their parents that are going to discourage them from joining the business. That means if you build rapport with them, they're not going to pick up the phone call again. They'll never come back. So a good follow-up precedes good rapport building. Are you together, friends? Build rapport. Build rapport. I think we have come to the end of our presentation, the training. Turning likes and comments into prospects. We said most distributors ignore people who like and comment on their posts, and they say that is a very big mistake. When every like it shows that someone is interested. Yeah? And every comment shows curiosity. People like what they're interested in. How many of us have realized that when you recruit a new champion, and then they come with an account that already has a following, and then they wake up and begin posting products on the same account which has a following already, she doesn't make sales right away. Anyone has discovered that? What do you mean about Mr. Ismail, am I right about what I'm saying? Why? Do you know why? You know why? The people that followed her before followed the dancer. They followed the slayer. That is what they followed. Now, when she changes topic to something different, that means the following she has there is not interested in the content she's giving now. You understand? That is why many of you, when you post your videos, I don't know whether you go back and check how many followers that video brought. It means if someone followed you because of that video, they are interested in what you're posting. They are interested. You understand? When you post a picture on Facebook and someone likes the picture, they're interested about how you look, about where you are, about what you're saying. They're interested. What do? You go and inbox them. You go and land into their DMs and thank them for what? Thank them for what? For liking your post. Thank them. Thank them for viewing your content every single time. Thank them. Respond to their comments. Check it. I saw you defend me on such a kind of a post. Take the conversation to their DM. Check it. When I just bought a Mercedes-Benz, someone posted there and said, "See amwe, see amwe, mwe kubisa ko bifananyi." And then Sam Kayanya, I got the number plate, passed it to the URL portal, and brought the owner of the vehicle, and I posted it on the comment section there as a response, and I kept quiet. Then one lady came and said, "You people, if you don't have money in this, good." I go to their what? I go to her inbox. We continue the conversation there because you're already open-minded, not so. So, as a social media business owner right now, this is your shop. Budi wamu berango kolachi ngolaba wo. Pangwe mulembo kolachi oguliko. Obudo businga bofuna mu okula uzinga. Chegede. Da kusimu yo ononyeko chi business. Yeah? A simple message like, "Thank you for supporting my content. How are you doing? Thank you for liking my post. How are you doing?" Chegede. As the way you engaged on this recent post I made. You understand? Could you want to know more? Very, very important. You engage. So you don't just post what? For just. If you are posting about Bulabi, to posting to increase our presence, but also build our business brands. Have we learned something today? Yes. Have we learned something today? Yes. With that, I really believe that we have come to the end of the training today. Thank you for coming early, mostly such a kind of a weather.